welcome all of you to another video of Annie Maths. Okay, in today's video I'm going to take up percentage for 7th standard. So this percentage chapter will be divided into two videos. Okay, so the first that is today in this video I shall be taking up the basic concept of percentage, and in the second video that is going to come up next, okay, that is percentage part 2, you shall be getting solutions to all the tough questions and you shall be getting explanations for the tough questions in percentage. Okay, so listen carefully and see what exactly percentage is, how to do the sums, and you will also understand as you proceed through the video, you will also understand why you find it tough. Okay, so let's see. So here in this chapter percentage, we'll have to understand that what is percentage basically. If you have got, let's say, take the example of if you have got 20 out of 40, what percentage have you got? Okay, so basically this, if you can get 20 out of 40 in the same rate, how much you would have got out of 100? Okay, so basically this 40, if we divide into 100 small parts, then how many parts out of that you would have got? That's the meaning of percentage. Okay, so then I can clearly say if I do 100 here, okay, then this is a 50%. That is why, so if I cut this 40 into 100 parts, you are going to get 50 parts out of that if you are getting 20 on 40. So this was one quick question on percentage where you converted a fraction to a percentage. Now anything, whatever you have, if you are whatever marks or whatever value you have, not just marks, it might be a fraction of something else, but to tell it out of 100 how much it will be, that is percentage. Okay, so percentage is that is what we call percentage, that is out of 100 what number will one get at this rate. Okay, so let me take, first thing is how to convert a fraction to a percentage. So if I am converting fraction, see, have it very clear in your mind, fraction to percent. Okay, how to convert a fraction to a percent? Fraction to a percent is, let me take, you are given the fraction 3/4 and you want to convert it to a percent. Just multiply it with 100. Okay, so it is, so basically what we are doing, why do we simply multiply with 100? The reason being, this is of 3/4 of 100. Okay, so if it is 3 out of 4, then this fraction of 100 is how much? Okay, so this is a 25, which is a 75%. Now this is the sign of percentage. Then 2/3, if I take 2/3, then again multiply with 100. Okay, so this is 3, so how will you get it? So you have to divide 200 divided by 3, that is 6, 18, and then again 6, 18 and 20. So this is 66.6%. This is a recurring decimal, it's going to go on and on. Okay, next is if they ask you 0.025, now the thing is, this is a decimal, should I use the rule of a fraction or not? Remember, decimals are also decimal fractions, they are also type of fractions. So here you can use the same rule as that of fractions, into 100 straight away. Okay, so you have to simply do a into 100. Which fractions are called decimal fractions or decimals? The ones in which the number gets a denominator of 10, 100, 1000 or 10,000, like that, combination of 1 and zeros. So here 10 and powers of 10. So here you multiply with 100. Now by the rule of decimal multiplication, if you have doubt in this, you can check my videos in this. 2 zeros here, so you are multiplying, so the point will shift to the right 2 places. That gives 2.5%. That is it. Okay, let me take another question. 0.125 into 100 straight, and that is 12.5. 2 zeros, point shifts 2 places to the right, goes behind 1, then goes behind 2, 12.5 percentage. Okay, so this is how you convert fractions to percentage. Then now comes percent to fractions. How do you convert? Now remember one thing, you would have noted that sometimes in your tests your teacher gives you marks like this. So she has given you the marks in the fractional way. Okay, she can also, some teachers will give it like this, So this and this is the same thing. Okay, so if you are given a percentage in a percentage value like 7.5, let it be a fraction, don't worry. Okay, then how do you convert it to a percent? So if you are given a percentage, all you are supposed to do is divide it by 100. Okay, so here 7.5%. So what you can do, this is 1415 by 2 divided by 100, means the 100 comes here. Yes, okay, so now you simplify and get it in percent. So this is 5 3s are 5, 20, that is okay. So we get it in fractions as 3 by 40. You have to keep working and keep simplifying till you can't simplify it anymore. So percentage to fraction conversion has been done by dividing with 100. And you have to remove the percentage sign. So supposing I get now in decimals, you can get decimal percentage also. Okay, what does this mean? This means out of 100 you have got a 2.5. Okay, so here 2.5 by 100. Okay, so now you want to convert it to a fraction. Okay, they can tell you get it in decimal fraction only. If they want decimal fraction, then you have to do this, shift the point 2 places to the left, 0.025. okay, that is one thing. Okay, but then if you want it in a regular fraction, then what do you do? Here you can, instead of writing this, you can, this is difficult to divide, so into 10 into 10. When I multiply a fraction with a 10 up above and below, numerator and denominator, I don't change the fraction, because if I cancel these out, I get back my original fraction. So it is 25, just to remove the point, because the moment I see point in a sum, I get little, we get little panicky how to do this. So this is how. Now it looks beautiful. Okay, so it has been removed, point has been removed, 25 and then 4 0. Try to cancel with big numbers, make it a habit from very lower classes only, start to cancel with big numbers. So here, as long as a number is divisible, is having 2 zeros in the end, it is bound to go by 25. So with straight 25 I did, 25 4s are 100 and 0. So 1 by 40 is my fractional way of writing this percentage. Okay, so now sometimes I also get a 175%. Now this is, then you think, what are they saying? Because can percentage be more than 100? Okay, if I say 175% means, supposing something costs 100 rupees, yeah, okay, and so the something you bought for 100 rupees and your selling price is 175% of your cost price. So then at the cost you bought means 100, that is the full of this, plus 75. Okay, so it is, this is simpler because this number also I took as a 100, supposing 50. Okay, so it is, or supposing I take 40. Then 175% of this means full 40 first I have to take, that makes 100%, plus 75% of this will be a 30. Okay, so that is 70. So 175%, why not? Why just 175%? Even 200%. If I say 200% of this, it straight becomes an 80. Okay, that means double. So we can be asked 175% also of a certain number to express it in fractions. Now what to do? 175 divided by 100. Again I have to divide with 25. 25, this is 4, and here it is 25, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. So 7 by 4, which can be written as 1 3 by 4. So I have got it in the fractional way. So 1 3 by 4 is 175%. Now what percent is 16 hours of 2 days? 16 hours of 2 days. Okay, here are few questions. 40 paisa of rupees 2. This is another question. 40 paisa of rupees 2. This type of questions. Okay, so let me. So now what to do? This is 16 hours of 2 days. So first thing is, it is better to convert the bigger unit to smaller unit to avoid decimals. So always convert first. Okay, you can't work with two different units. This is 2 days. 2 days will make how many hours? 24 hours is 1 day. So 2 days is going to be 48 hours. Now I can start with the sum. Okay, what percent is this of this? 16 by 48. Make a fraction. Okay, but then they didn't ask for a fraction. If they ask for a fraction, I can reduce it and give, but it is not so. Okay, so if they ask for a fraction, it is straight away 1/3. But then now they want a percentage. So fraction to percentage, first make it 1/3, and 100 divided by 3, that will come to 33.3. Let me divide it and show. 100 by 3, 39103. 9103. So this is going to be a recurring decimal. It's going to go on and on. So 33.3, okay, percent. So don't put hours over here. Never put hours over here, because in a percent you are supposed to use the percentage symbol, but you're not supposed to use the unit. Now this 40 paise and of, okay, rupees 2. 1 rupee is 100 paise. 40 paise is a rupees 2 is a, sorry. So as I said, we should convert into the smaller unit for our convenience. You can also do the other way around. There's nothing wrong, but if you try to get this in rupees, you will get a decimal. Again, the problem of decimal will arise. So always bigger to smaller unit. So this is, now I have both of them in the same unit. 40 by 200, that is my fraction, into 100. Okay, so this is how this, okay, so 20% is my answer. Let me take up another question of a very similar one. Okay, 25 centimeters of 4 meters. See, the question is 25 centimeters of 4 meters. What is the percentage? So 25 centimeter of 400, what? 400? 25 centimeter of 400. 4 meters means 400 centimeter. Again I converted the big to the small unit. 25 by 400, that gives me how much? In 100 there are 4 25s. Okay, so I can 1, and then in 400s there will be 16 of them. Okay, so you can divide it and see also. So here I got 25 on 400. Now this into 100. Okay, that is, if I divide, I get a 25 here with a 4 and 4. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. So I'm finally getting 25 by 4, which is equal to 6/1/4 or 6.25%. Okay, so here is another type of question. Find the value of, okay, 5% of rupees 350. 5% of rupees 350. How to find? If it is a 5%, you can't calculate with this percentage sign. So immediately divide it by 100 and convert it to fraction. Unless you bring it to the fractional condition, you will not be able to calculate. Of changes to into and then simply write the 350. Okay, so here, so this is 5 into 5, 25 to 175 by 10. Okay, so this is my, I've got this value. This is equal to, if you divide by this, you will get 17.5, how much? Rupees. So here you must introduce the unit also, you must tell the unit, because what you got is actually rupees. 5% of this much rupees is 17.5 rupees. Okay. Now there can be another question which is 12.5% of 80 kg. 12, so this type of percent of 80 kg. Now this is also similar type of question, find the percentage. First thing, write it in fractional method. So here mistakes happen because it is already having a denominator, and so you forget to put the denominator as 100. So here 25 by 2 into 100, okay, into 80. So here goes and 2, 4. So I have 100 divided by, see above I have got 100, okay, 100 divided by 10, that is 10 kg. Okay, so this is my answer. Now here I want to say, in percentage, I know the problem is with problem sums. Let me take the very first very simple problem sum. But remember, sums are not going to be this easy in your question paper. This is the simplest one. Okay, so here is the simplest one. How many marks did she lose? So 75%, but then one thing. Here, why did I start with 75%? You can do it in much faster method. So 75% she got, percentage, and try to make your statements, as short as possible, because you hardly get any marks for it. There is marks, but very little marks. So don't write long statements and miss out sums. Percentage she lost is, don't you think it is a 25%? How? 100 minus 75, because if 75% she got, then she lost 25%. Okay, marks she lost. So understand the clear difference between percentage and marks. Both are not the same thing. So that is 25% of 800. Total marks was 800. Cut this. Okay, so she has lost 200 marks. Okay, 200 marks. So there's no unit, it's a number. Money spent on the repair of a house is 1% of its value. If the repair costs rupees 5,000, find the cost of the house. Okay. So this is one problem sum. Here these sums, to do these sums, it is better to be little good at linear equations. It makes percentage chapter, profit and loss chapter very easy when you know linear equations. Okay, so I have made a few videos, you can watch them. Also I shall be making more videos in linear equations problem sums, so you will understand the usefulness of taking X. Money spent on repair of a house was 1% and of its value. Let the cost of the house be X rupees. Okay, then 1% of it was repair. So 1%, see 1%. Now any percentage I have converted to fraction. Okay, of is into, okay, of its value. X is the cost, total cost. So 1% of the total cost. So you write it as you say. So 1% of the total cost is the cost of repairs, which is 5,000. Okay, then X is what? What is in the denominator here gets cross multiplied to the numerator up. Okay, remember, if this would have been a plus sign, we can't apply it. This is applicable only when we have a into sign over here. So equal to 5,000 into 100. That is how many zeros? 5 zeros means, okay, so cost of the house is rupees, cost of the house is rupees 5 lakhs. 5 zeros means lakhs, okay, so 5 lakhs. So that is how you can find the cost of the house. So there are other methods also for percentage questions. There are unitary method also, but then I personally prefer the X method very much, okay, because X method you have to write very little and it comes out really fast. An ore contains 20% zinc. How many kg of ore will be required to get 45 kg of zinc? Now this is one very common question which children are always finding difficult. So what is an ore? First thing, when you do this sum you don't understand ore, okay. When we dig up a mineral from which either zinc or iron or maybe copper or whatever, some kind of ore, some kind of mineral, some kind of metal can be extracted, okay, that is everywhere there will be little zinc in the soil, but then there will be a place where the concentration of zinc is much more, and that is where we start mining it, okay. We don't mine it everywhere. So that is where, when the concentration is high and we can extract it profitably means there is a cost associated with so much of the factory, the labor, everything. So even after that we can still make a good amount of profit. Then that mineral that you are extracting from the mines is called ore, okay. So that is what ore is. So ore contains 20% zinc, means if you are digging up this much, okay, only 20%, that is you cut it into 5 parts, only 20% is zinc, okay, 1/5 of it is zinc. How many kgs of ore will be required to get 45 kg of zinc? Your requirement is this 45 kg. So how many kgs of ore, like so that 20% of that is zinc. So how big the number should be? What is the total amount of this kind of ore you should dig out so that you manage to get 45 kg, okay, because full mineral is not zinc, right? Only 20% is zinc. So let X be the weight of ore, okay. So I am taking the weight of ore only to be X. So generally whatever we have to find, take that only as an X, then you will see that your sum is becoming easier. Sometimes you keep wondering what to take as X. So if they have asked how many kgs, so take that only, the total kg of ore, let it be X, okay. So X is, now to get 45 kg of zinc, so you need a 45 kg of zinc, okay. So 20% they had given, I converted to a fraction because I can't calculate with this, of zinc, okay, of the total ore that you have dug up is 45 kg, okay, is 45 kg. So remember, when you have written straight this in kg, this answer is also going to come in kgs, okay. If you had taken it in grams, this answer would have been in grams. Now this is a 5, okay. Again I am cross multiplying, rule of, there is a very basic rule of linear equation. You can check my very first video of linear equation and you will find explanation of this. So linear equation is always also marked as part 1, part 2. So here X is 45 into 5. What is in the denominator goes to the numerator to the other side. So this is 5 5s are 25, 2, then it is 225, isn't it? Because 5 5s are 25, 2, this is 225. So you need to dig up 225 kg of ore so that you can manage to get 45 kg of zinc out of it. So here is a question. Kumar bought a toy for Rs 960, 12.5% cash money he paid. He agreed to pay the rest in 12 equal installments. How much will he pay each month? These equal installments, that is 12 equal monthly installments. Okay, how much will he pay each month? Okay, I'll put monthly here. Monthly installments. How much will he pay each month? So first thing, cost of the toy was rupees 960. He paid 12.5%. Let's see how much amount paid in cash. How much is the amount paid in cash? Whenever it's money, you should use amount. Okay, 12.5. That is, if I convert it to mixed to improper fraction, 25 by 2. Okay, convert it to fraction now by dividing with 100%. To fraction has been done. This fraction of is into 960. Okay, that amount whatever we get now will be paid in cash. So here cut the 0, then 2, this is a 48, and then this is 25 into 48, 48, 25, 40, 4. One two zero zero divided by a 10, that is rupees 120 he paid in, okay, 120 he paid in cash. So of the 960, 120 has been paid in cash. Let's see how much he pays the rest in equal installments. So he has to give 12 equal installments for the rest. So how much is remaining? What is the remaining amount? Remaining amount that he still has to pay, that is 960 minus 120, that is a 840 rupees he still has to pay. Okay, so each installment is equal to 840 divided by 12. Okay, and 12 into 7 is an 84. So that is every installment, each of the installment is a rupees 70. So he has to keep paying 70 rupees every month to clear the entire cost of the toy. So that is it in this video. I hope you liked the video. Please refer back to linear equations all the time, because the sums become really easy if you understand linear equations well. So this is it. In the next video, I shall be taking up little tougher questions in percentage, which will include increased type and decreased type of questions in percentage. Okay, so that is it for today. If you have liked the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks all of you. Bye then.